What are the usual mistakes in a sub-commerce cloud project? It's all about underestimating the complexity of the project. It's starting from the very beginning, defining the different roles within the project, but really understand the complexity of the integration between the business process. And I think a usual mistake is actually happening on the business side, where the business is not involved in the whole project itself. So they usually, you think that, okay, I have my requirements, they are described and they are there. So I gave the implementation partner the requirements and I'm done. That's fine. But to some extent, let's say this is phase one, this is the discovery. And the partner should ask you, should question, should go for deep dive sessions, should get the golden data, should be able to test the functionality and so on. But the business needs to be part of the project. The business needs to understand what is implemented, what is delivered, at what stage it is delivered. So it is required to be part of the end-to-end process. After each sprint, there should be show and tells and there should be testing the delivery. So there will be enough time on the business side to test with the provided golden data, try to understand what is wrong in the system and deliver the feedback to the developers and to the implementation partner in order to improve. If you don't improve on the fly, later it will be late. And this is part of the change management concept within the delivery. So you don't do a project on a one shot, you do it step by step. And the business, the key users are participating. So they learn from the project, they understand how the functionality is working and how everything is delivered. So at the end, you get key users which already know the concept from end to end. They know the new solution, they can operate the new solution, and they have accepted the new solution. What is the best? Cloud or not cloud?
Cloud or not cloud?
It's not a Shakespeare story. It's cloud or not cloud? That's one of the top questions, of course, when you enter the room with customers. Should we go for cloud? Should we stay on-prem? Yeah, it's just a matter of who is operating your system. It's just about who is responsible for your system. Nowadays, companies are delivering more on the SaaS model, so it's software as a service, which means that they want to keep track of the release management, of the changes that they are pushing towards you as their customer. So they want to make sure that you get the best of what they deliver in different releases. So actually moving to the cloud means moving the responsibility of maintaining your system towards your system provider or software provider. And there is nothing scary. You know, there is a lot of customers which did it already, so you should not be scary about it. Again, it's not a Shakespeare story. So it's straightforward. The moment here is more about the concepts around it. Yeah, what does it mean, extensibility, what means integration after you move to the cloud or after you have the system on the cloud. It's about the new concepts of clean core. How do you extend the standard functionality? How do you fit the standard, but then you keep innovating on top? How you deliver the best innovative solution that you can offer to your customers? And this is, of course, our job. It's not your job. So deciding on this way, deciding on this path, you should do with us. Get a trusted partner. Let's sit together. Let us define the way how you proceed, and let's go for it. Why are sessions fit to standard important for the discovery phases or for the beginning of every commerce project? It's just to the fact that you always estimate the pricing of a project. It can be t-shirt size, S, M, XL, XXL, you know, it can be different. Of course, there are a lot of ways to estimate the size of your project, but it's important to understand what the future is. So basically, fit to standard is not just to show you what the product can do, but actually you fit the current requirements and the business needs to the standard as it is. Define what is the gap on top, what needs to be innovated or what needs to be developed so that you have a clear picture of the price of your project, but then even defining what is your future. So basically, you can imagine that you have different promotion engines in mind. So like you sell one product for free, then you sell one product, you get one for free. Inside the product, there is a very rich promotion engine. So somebody needs to tell you that, so that you can define what are the next promotions that you can plan, and how difficult this is actually to get them out of the box, because sometimes limiting the standard functionality is more expensive than actually using the functionality and adopting your business needs to the product itself. Definitely go for a fit to standard workshops in order to understand what is your future, what is the potential of the product that you are buying, and how expensive or how complex is your project, depending on the product that you have selected. How important is to define your release management in a typical SAP Commerce Cloud project? Actually, it is not just for the SAP implementations, but it should be for every project that you start. And on the other side, you need to understand that technically it's almost impossible to deliver in one shot, because there are a lot of data dependency and there are a lot of integration perspective which you don't bring when discussing the requirements. For instance, if you define the data model of a product, and this product, basically you expect that it will be part of a ticketing environment where your customer basically writes a ticket for the product, like a post-sales scenario, you cannot deliver the ticket before delivering the product data, right? So you need to define these phases in any case. So you need to define what is the product model, then you need to define what is the customer profile, define the relationship between the customer and the product, what kind of contractual and what kind of visibility does the customer has towards this product or series of products, and then define what the ticket means. So the type of tickets that a customer can enter for these specific products and so on. So it's a chain of defining relationships on the data models. And this is important not only for the development perspective, but always from business perspective too. So keep in mind that even the business has a rollout. So usually when you start talking with them on the scenarios, on the scope, it's already kind of roadmap of what kind of services they want to deliver to their customers. So it's a never-ending story. You don't start once and then you say, okay, this is it. It's a repeating story. So you define the first phase, you define second phase, third phase, and so on. It doesn't mean that it will not end, but it's a matter of really pushing the right priorities and the right functionality expected from the business in the right path. And if you go for one-shot solution, of course, it will take a lot of time. But if you do this phase approach, then even the end customer will be much happier, because they get already services and they see that you're working and you're delivering more and more to them. And that's why they think, okay, it's a company that thinks about my needs and they really understand my needs. So they are working in that direction. And this is really a way how you cooperate already the customers inside the projects. And of course, important is to get your pilot customers, which are from the very beginning of the project to the end of the project. It was a question that was asked last week to me. How do we plan the rollout? It's important. Get your 5 pilot customers, involve them from the very beginning, tell them what you want to achieve, and show them from time to time where you are, how far are you with the process and the implementation. Get already the response. You'll see the result.